Why doesn't eating fewer calories work? Because 100 years of nutritional research has consistently shown one thing. If you simply reduce the number of calories you eat, your body will burn fewer calories. That is, if you reduce your calories in, your body will reduce the calories out. In which case, calories in is still greater than calories out, and therefore you still got increased weight gain. It's not the number of calories, it's the relationship between those two items, the calories in and the calories out. And what changed that relationship? Well, hormones such as insulin do, for example.
Pay attention. This is what I'm talking about. You can find it in my Sport Natural Basic A program. It's on the free resources. Just check it out.
Insulin is a natural hormone. It tells your body to store body fat. So if you eat calories in, insulin is telling your body to store some of its body fat, so to keep that relationship between calories in greater than calories out so that you gain body fat. That's why you can make anybody fat. If you give them enough insulin, they will gain weight. Because insulin is shifting that relationship between calories in and calories out. And that's the whole problem. If you simply look at the calories, you're not going to understand the problem. It's the relationship between those calories, or it's the way that the body is partitioning those calories, that is the problem. You can think of this as a deeper problem. What is causing the increased body weight is the same thing as saying, why is calories in greater than calories out? And you can say, okay, so maybe it's too much insulin, such as when we give people insulin. Maybe it's eating too much sugar, which will also spike insulin. Maybe it's the ultra-processed foods. Maybe it's food addiction. Maybe it's emotional eating. Maybe it's mindless eating. Maybe it's too many refined carbs. Maybe it's eating too often. Maybe it's eating too late. Maybe it's stress eating. Maybe it's junk food. Maybe you're eating out too much. Maybe it's you're eating too many sweets or potato chips or French fries. That then focuses you on the problem, because if your problem is that you're eating too late, which can stimulate insulin, as I've written about in my blog, then you need to shift your eating to earlier. So people who are night shift workers, that can certainly be the problem. And the problem isn't low willpower or they didn't count their calories properly. It's that they were eating too late. And when you fix that problem, then the weight problem will go away. So why does calories in, calories out seem so intuitive? Because it's a classic case of circular logic. If you are gaining weight, people say, well, it's because you're eating too much. Well, how do you know you're eating too much? Because you're gaining weight. So, in other words, you're gaining weight because you're eating too much, and you're eating too much because you're gaining weight. So one thing proves the other, but in no case have you actually determined how many calories is actually too much. And in fact, many people have done this. They've measured the number of calories that they burn. So for example, when they try to lose weight, they find that they're burning 1,500 calories a day. So the nutritionist will come in and say, okay, you need to eat 1,200 calories a day. Guess what? They start to lose the weight, and then the body responds by reducing its energy expenditure to 1,200 calories a day, and then the weight loss completely stops. So they can never come up with an answer, an absolute number of how many calories it is. They just say, well, it's not working because you're not counting your calories right. But you were counting your calories out. The problem is you didn't focus on the root cause of why calories in is greater than calories out and what is shifting that balance. So don't be fooled by all those people who say calorie counting always works. It almost never works. Every single study we've done shows that it doesn't work. There is no study that says you can take somebody reduce 500 calories a day and they will lose weight. There is no study in all of the scientific literature in all of human history that actually shows that.